How many times in your life have you heard the question, "Why are you so quiet?" For most people, silence is uncomfortable. It's a vacuum that needs to be filled with words, noise, and superficial opinions. They look at you, sitting in the corner of the room, just observing, and assume you're shy, uninterested, or perhaps even slow. They see your silence as an absence, a failure. They couldn't be more wrong. While the world around you is busy screaming to be heard, fighting for attention, and exposing every thought that crosses their minds, you're doing something few can do these days. You're collecting data. You're not absent. You're in high-resolution mode. You are what psychology calls an invisible observer. Where others see only casual conversation, you see the micro-expressions, the tension in the shoulders, the averted gaze, the lie hidden behind a smile. You see the power dynamics, the masked insecurities, and the connections that no one else notices. Your silence isn't empty, it's full of information. Being the quiet one who notices everything isn't a social weakness. It's a devastating tactical and psychological advantage. Today, we're going to dissect the mind of the invisible observer. If you feel like an outsider watching life from the sidelines, get ready. You're about to discover you possess 5 hidden powers that loud people will never have. The first power is pattern detection and social X-ray vision. Think about the last time you were in a group. While everyone was worried about what they were going to say next, you were just observing. This position of withdrawal allows your brain to process nonverbal language in real time. Psychology confirms that when we're not busy projecting our own image, our ability to read others' emotions skyrockets. You notice when the energy in the room changes. You know that couple is arguing without them saying a word. You know who the real leader of the group is and who is just pretending to have authority. This ability makes you an almost infallible human lie detector. To the invisible observer, the world is transparent. People think they are hiding their intentions, but to you, they are shouting who they are through their gestures. This power gives you an incredible advantage. You are rarely caught off guard. While others are shocked by a betrayal or a sudden change, you had already seen the signs months ago. You already knew. The second hidden power is the archive of trust and silent influence. There is an interesting paradox in human psychology. We don't trust those who talk too much. Those who talk about everything talk about everyone. But you are safe. Because you speak little and listen a lot, people project an aura of wisdom and stability onto you. Without you asking, people come to you. They tell you secrets they wouldn't tell their best friends. They confess their fears, admit their mistakes, and reveal privileged information. Why? Because their silence makes them feel heard, not judged. This transforms you into an information hub. You know more about what's happening at your work, in your family, or in your social circle than anyone else. And information is power. But your real trump card is that nobody knows how much you know. You hold the keys to the kingdom, but you walk as if you have nothing in your pockets. This silent influence allows you to navigate social life without getting involved in unnecessary dramas, keeping your reputation untouched. The third power is immunity to herd mentality. Modern society is built on emotional contagion. If everyone panics, the natural tendency is to panic. If everyone hates someone, the tendency is to hate too. This is the herd effect. But to be susceptible to this, you need to be immersed in the mass. You, the invisible observer, are always one step behind, on the periphery. This physical and mental distance creates a barrier of cognitive protection. When a viral idea or collective hysteria takes over the environment, you have the mental space to stop and ask, does this make sense? Your intellectual autonomy is preserved by your habit of observing before reacting. You see the strings that move the puppets. You perceive the emotional manipulation in political speeches, sales tactics, or group pressures. While the crowd rushes towards the precipice, you are the one who stands still, observing the map, deciding your own path. This mental clarity in times of chaos is one of the rarest qualities of the 21st century. The fourth power is surgical precision in communication. There's an old saying, those who know don't speak, those who speak don't know. Insecure people use words as a shield, filling the air to avoid awkward silence. They dilute their own authority with excessive explanation. You operate in the economy of scarcity. Because you rarely speak, when you finally open your mouth, something magical happens. Everyone stops to listen. Your word has weight. Your opinion has value inflated by its rarity. The invisible observer has learned the art of speaking only what is essential. You don't waste ammunition firing into the air. You wait for the right moment, the right angle, and deliver a phrase that solves the problem, ends the discussion, or brings a perspective that no one had considered. Your communication is high impact. You don't need to shout to be heard. You just need to wait for the noise of others to cease, and then, with a calm voice, you change the game. And finally, the fifth power: the preservation of vital energy. Living in society is exhausting. Feigning interest, maintaining the social smile, participating in small talk about the weather. All of this drains mental energy. Most people end the day exhausted without energy for their own dreams or projects because they spent it all trying to please others. You, however, master the art of conservation. By choosing the role of observer, you protect your most valuable resource, your mental energy. You don't get involved in battles that aren't yours. You don't waste emotion on superficial dramas. This means that when you arrive home, or when you turn to your work, your art, or your passion, you have a full tank. You have the clarity and strength to delve into what truly matters. While extroverts depend on the outside world to recharge, you are a self-sufficient powerhouse. This capacity for deep focus is what builds empires, writes masterpieces, and solves complex problems. Therefore, if you are the one who stays quiet, who observes, who notices the details that everyone else ignores, don't change. Don't try to force a personality that isn't yours just to fit into a noisy world. The world doesn't need more noise. The world is desperate for someone who can see the truth through the chaos. The world needs you exactly where you are, observing, analyzing, and understanding. Your silence is not your weakness. It is your sanctuary, and it is from there that you will conquer whatever you want. If you recognized yourself as an invisible observer, subscribe to the channel. Here we understand the language that doesn't need words. We see you. Until next time.